Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today I am coming to you and I'm going to be showing you how I went about making these ink pens using epoxy. So I made 3 ink pens on yesterday, these 3 pens, and I'm trying to get them. So I have purple, I have a blue, and then I have a red, and I used glitter for the color, and then I added in foil. I cut up some foil papers, as you can see here. Let's see if I can get them in close for you. Some foil colors to kind of bling them out a little bit more. And then I even took and made a pen holder. So I have 3 pens with my pen holder. So today I'm going to be showing you how I go in and use the pen molds. So I have 3 different pen mold types. This one has like a little makeshift, like if you were to push down on the top here. And this one is the wide one that you saw. And this one is also the wide. Now they do have one mold, a different mold that comes with it that I didn't really like. And it was this one. It kind of has like a coffin look to it, and I found that it was kind of hard to get uh, the mold out when I was done. So it was the red one that I didn't care for, this mold right here. Now I do have to go in and sand these on the end. I haven't done that yet, but the kind of coffin one, I didn't care for how you have to bend it to get it out of the mold. So I will put in the description. I bought 2 different mold sets from pen mold sets from Amazon, and I will put the links to them in the descriptions. So what I've done is I went ahead and I have mixed some epoxy. I'm using amazing clear cast. I get mine at Hobby Lobbies because it's always $23.99 for the 16 ounce. They always say it's a sale, but it's always $23.99. I've never seen it cheaper than that or more than that. And I live in Dallas, Texas, so it's always $23.99 at my store. I always find Michael's is a little bit too expensive for theirs, so I never purchase it from Michael's. And so you want to take and mix equal parts of the epoxy resin. You'll get an A and a B. And I have mixed in 5 cc's of each. So I have a total of 10 cc's and that I'm going to be working with, which should be more than enough to fill in these molds. Last night when I was working with it, I didn't measure anything. I mean, I measured my amazing resin, but I put it in a big cup, as you can see, because I did pens, I did the pen holder, and I also did a coaster. So I had a lot of resin last night, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to see about how much would this really take if I just wanted to make the pens. So I'm just going in and mixing up. I have 3 cups that I've measured in 5 cc's of each for a total of 10 cc's of the resin. Now I am working with this big window open in front of me, so you want to use or work with resin in a well ventilated area. In addition, I normally have my mask and my goggles, but since I'm working with a very small amount um, and the smell is not killing me right now, I'm not as concerned as I probably should be. But at any rate, I just don't feel like putting that gear on right now for this because it's not going to take me that long. I'm going to hit these with my heat gun, And that's because I'm seeing a little bit more air bubbles than I normally like to see, and I don't want them to show up in my project. So I'm going to hit these or zap these with my heat gun. Now, on with each kit, it came with 75 pen um, refills, if that's what you want to call it, or pen fills. They have the little plastic cap on there. You do not want to remove that until after they have completed setting. So I'm not sure if you can see this very well, but inside at the top here, it has a little piece of plastic sticking out. You want to make sure that this top part and the top of that plastic, that this goes into the top of that plastic, and that's going to seal off your pen from allowing the resin to get up inside of the top or from the top of your pen. So the set, the mold set that I'm using right now, it came with the 3 pen molds, 3 different types of pen molds. It came with 75, one kit came with 75 black. The other kit came with 75 pen refills, 25 of red, 25 of black, and 25 of blue. So I'm using the kit that had all black in it now. Last night I used the kit that had um, the red, black, and blue. So again, each one of these has a little piece of plastic that's going to stick in at the top. And you want to make sure that it is sticking in at the top to close off your hole for your pen opening at the top, because you don't want you don't want the resin to get in there, and you don't want to peel off that plastic cap until after you get ready to take these out of the mold. So I insert my pen in the bottom first, and then I make sure that the little piece of plastic at the top fits inside of the top of the pen. So now I have all those done. What I'm going to do differently tonight is I'm going to be using alcohol ink instead of glitter. So I have 3 alcohol inks here. I have Smolder, I have Mineral, and then I have Celestial. So those are the 3 colors that I'm going to be using. So each pen is going to have its own color. That's why I have 3 cups here. Now, if you were going to be using the same color for all pens, then you can mix in 1 cup. But because I'm going to be doing this in 3 different colors, I had to have a different, I wanted to make sure I had a different one for each color. Okay, so we're going to go with the Celestial first. And I'm just going to put just a few drops in there, not very much, because if you add too much alcohol ink to your resin, then it won't cure properly. So you want to make sure that you're not adding a whole lot of alcohol ink. So again, this is the Celestial that I'm using right now. Probably going to go in one more time. We're going to go ahead and close this one up. So that's Celestial, which is very pretty. Hopefully you guys can see that. And you always want to make sure that you do mix your resin really, really good, guys, because if you don't, it doesn't cure, or it takes longer to cure, or it doesn't cure properly. So some people will say, oh, after mine set, it was still sticky. That's because you did not mix equal parts. Now, there are a lot of other resins out there on the market, so you can kind of Google to see which ones you may, find that you may want to use. But ever since I've been doing anything with epoxy resin, I've always used Amazing Clear Cast, and I'm still here. So we're going in now with the Mineral. It looks kind of like it's in the brownish family. So we're going to see what that looks like here. And I may add just in a little bit of my silver glitter, because that's like one of my favorites. For some reason, I like mixing it in everything. I know I probably shouldn't, but I do. All right. When your resin starts to get warm, that means it's getting ready to start, curing, where you can't really maneuver it as easily as you're seeing me do here. And so you want to work fast when you're working with this. I got 3 going on, so, I'm trying to get it as good as I can because I don't want these air bubbles. I said I was going to use my heat gun, but the bubbles look like they're kind of coming out now. And now I'm going in with smolder. Yep, smolder. This one almost looked like it's another one. Kind of brownish, grayish color. But it is different than that one. I can tell the difference. I look like Coca-Cola. All right, so again, mixing, mixing, mixing. So these are not dark at all. And that's what I like about them because I want to still be able to see through my pens like I can. I think that's the unique part that got me, was being able to see through them. All right, so now I got that. I'm going to get a little bit of glitter here, so hold on one second. I'm going to go in with a different one tonight. So this one is Recollections, and this is a Christmas one that I had that, of course, I didn't use up. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the stars in that one. I'm going to make each one its own, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of some silver on this one. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Yeah, it's beginning to get warm. And then I'm going to go in with silver glitter on this last one. Or at least I thought. Let's see what, oops. See, that's why you got to be careful. I just made a big boo-boo. The top, the paper part was still on there, but I unscrewed it. Make sure I vacuum when I'm done. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get ready to start. Gonna get ready to start pouring because it's starting to get warm, which is an indication that I got to get my eagle on. Got to drop down and get my eagle on. Got glitter everywhere on me. Oh, this is gonna be pretty. All right, I do recommend using either a cup or something that has like a little pour on it, because these are small corners, or to use little small cups like you see me have here. Um, so I'm gonna go in first with the one that's most awkward. And it looks like this is going to be just the right amount, guys. 10 cc's, because I'm already overflowing. Not really overflowing, but it's sitting up nice and pretty like it should. All right, so that's the first one. Let me pull this down so you guys can see. And I want to be very careful so I don't spill it. That's my first one. And that is the smolder. And that's the one that I put the silver glitter, the little glitter that I've wasted all over here. All right, I think I'm going to drop a couple more of these little silver doohickeys in here because I want the bling. I want the bling. Okay, this one that I'm doing now is the mineral. So hopefully I have enough of this one because this pen is a little bit wider. And I told myself start at the bottom and work my way up. And then I started at the top. So because this one is a little bit wider, we're going to see what I get. I may end up having to mix a little bit because of the wideness of this one. Yeah, I'm going to have to mix just a little bit more, but it'll be fine. So this one may take about, instead of 10, I want to get that on my hands, trying to look and work at the same time. I think this one may take about, instead of 10 cc's, I probably would do 15. So I'm going to be mixing in a little bit more for these two because they are wider and I'm going to need that. So I will mix in more epoxy for that one. And of course, this one is definitely going to take more as well. But the 10 was perfect for the thinner one. So now I'm going in with the Celestial and I'm going to go ahead and get it started because of the fact that it is warm, which is my indication in Q. You best get busy. But the good news is I'm not going to have a whole bunch of epoxy left over like I did last night. So I am going to mix up just a little bit more epoxy. Like I said, these two bigger ones, they'll take about 15 cc's as opposed to 10. So we all learned something right here together since this is my second time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to mix off camera. I'm going to mix up 5 cc's of resin to fill in these last two. The first one was perfect for the 10 cc's, but I need at least 15 cc's for the wider ones. So I'm going to do that, and then I will come back and I will show you guys. I looked, paused there for a shot there for a minute because I thought my camera had stopped recording. But what I'm going to do is I will come back on and do the demolding with you guys so you can see how they turned out. But I just want to go on camera saying 10 cc's will work for the smallest mold. So you can see the difference here. That thin mold, that's almost this thin, like this one. The really thin one will take about 10 cc's of epoxy resin. The wider ones, like this, will take about 15. Okay, so that's it. I will link, when I finish this video and do the demolding, I will link the two companies that I used or purchased these molds from. But I love them so far, being able to make my own pens. And like I said, I have to go in and do a little bit of sanding on these, but I'm waiting till tonight when I know that the full 24 hours has hit so that I don't mess them up. So they're still curing because I made these yesterday. But I'm going to go ahead and get this going with the additional epoxy, and then I will upload the remaining portion of the video to do the demolding with you on tomorrow. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign out right now, and then I will show you the finished product. All right. And if there were any questions, guys, that you have in reference to this process that I didn't answer, please put it in the comments and let me know, and I will get those answered for you. Again, be gentle. It's my second time doing these pens, okay? But I'm in love, as you can see, because I did it yesterday and I'm doing it again. And I normally don't work with epoxy that much, okay? Not back to back. All right, see you shortly. Hey guys, I am back and I am going to walk through the process of demolding my pens that I made. So these are the 3 pens that we walked through how to do. You can see that I did go back in and fill up the remaining ones. Now with this particular set, I'm going to show you what all came in the set first before I demold. So this set actually came with, it came with the 3 pen molds. So it came with 3 pen molds. It came with the one that is kind of just a little bit rounded here, kind of wider here. It came with that one. Then it came with the more coffined, I call it a kind of coffined kind of look to it. That's number 2. And then it came with one that looked like it has a little top that you could push down, but you can't. So that's number 3. Okay. So it's going to come with those 3 mold types. It's also going to come with the pen holder so that you can go in and you can mold your own pen holder. And it's going to also come with a second pen holder. This is the round. So it's also going to come with the round pen holder. So you have 2 pen holders. So you're going to have 5 molds all together, 3 pen molds and 2 pen holder molds. It's also going to come with 75 ink fields. And you're going to have 25 red, 25 blue, and 25 black. So it'll be a total of 75. 75 of these. And then it also comes with some foil. Now this foil is not cut, so you have to cut it up before you use it. It looked like it's all crinkled and cut, if you guys can see that, but it is not. So you will have to go in and cut this yourself. And that's it. That's what this kit came with. I got this kit online on Amazon, and let's see if the name is on here. I think it's Aodare, if I'm not wrong, but I will link the supplier in Amazon in this tutorial, okay? So those are all the things that came with this set. The entire set was like $10.89, something like that, okay? In addition, and here's the mold, the pen holder mold that I made, which I am absolutely in love with. I haven't placed a decal on there yet to personalize it because it's mine, but I will be personalizing this. So that's that. And then I ordered a second. This set came with the same 3 pen molds, but it came with 75 black pink fills or refills. So no red, black, and blue. So I ordered both because one had red, black, and blue, and then one had, the black. But this one only came with the 3 pen molds and then 75 pink refills, and that's it. Okay. I will link both companies, and this one was like $8 and something for just the 3 pen molds and the pink refill, pen refills. It's early in the morning, y'all. It is 4:44 here in Dallas, Texas. Okay, but that's when I'm at my best, which is not my best right now, for some reason. But so that's that. I'll link it in the description if you're interested in purchasing them. Now, I did use alcohol inks this time. Yesterday, or the day before, when I did these 3, I actually used glitter. And the foils, but this time I did, and this time I used alcohol inks. So you can see on the backs here, I have not sanded yet, so I need to sand these. So I wanted to give them a full 24 hours. So I'm going to sand them today, but I'm super stoked about them. So this time I used the alcohol inks, and I will show you each color here. So we're gonna do the sapphire, no, celestial. Um, this is the celestial color that I used. And I'm gonna go ahead and demold that one so you can see it. So this is the celestial. And this one I placed some silver stars in, I think. So I'm still going to be extra gentle with demolding these because it has not been a full 24 hours. And so I'm just going to just kind of be a little bit careful here when I'm taking them out so that I don't, mess up my form. But this is the celestial. Let me take this light off here so see if you can see it better. But that's the celestial alcohol ink. And I used about 4 drops. Now, for the fatter pen, this one is going to take about 15 cc's of resin. Okay, 15 cc's of resin will get you through this one. So you can see that I have a little bit of sanding that I'm going to have to do here, but I absolutely love it. And once it completes the curing process, then I will go in and remove the little cap that's on the top here. If you decide to make these and gift them or sell them or whatever, I would leave the top on and let the person that you're going to gift it to or sell it to, let them take it off, okay? But that is the celestial, okay? And you can see my little stars on the inside, okay? So that's one. So we're going to go ahead and leave this one so it can finish curing. And then we have, now let me get these two because they're close in color, so I got to get them right. Da, 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 da. This one is the mineral. Hold on. Yep. This is the mineral. So that's that one. And we're going to go ahead and demold. Now this one I put some little glitter particles in too. So I would say kind of wiggle your mold a little bit and then pull it. Don't just pull this out because like I said, this one hasn't hit 24 hours. So I don't want to impact the shape, but this is the mineral. So hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. And again, it still has the cap. And what I like about this is that it feels amazing. So I'll be like, this is my pen that I created. And I do like the fact that it is, kind of a little bit flat on this end because I'm going to be personalizing these with my name on it so that you will know that these are mine so you can't steal them. I mean, we work from home anyway, so nobody gonna steal my pens but me. Okay. All right. So that's 2. That's mineral. And we're going to go ahead and place that one down. And then the third one is the smolder. So this is the smolder. And this is the one that looked like it has the little top to it. So I didn't use the coffin shape in this one. I just used all of the others. So this one is the smolder. Okay. And so you can see. So now I'm going to hold all 3 of them up so that you can see. So again, you're going to get 3 pen molds, regardless to which set you get. You're going to get 3 pen molds. So there you have it. Okay. So I have a little bit, once they complete the curing process all the way through, I'll go in and I will sand a little bit on the edges to make it really smooth. And I am absolutely in love with making these pens. Christmas time is coming, guys. You could do an entire set and gift them and personalize them. And all it's going to cost you is just some resin. I use Amazing Clear Cast, but you can get you can Google the different types of resin. and see what you want to use. I get mine from Hobby Lobby. It's $23.99 for 16 ounces. I will tell you, anytime you're using resin, which I don't get into mixing it and doing the application with you, I just don't, because I have to wear my mask and everything. I didn't with this because I was using little small amounts, but you should always use it. I'm just going to put that out there. Um, so for the wider pan molds, it takes 15 cc's of resin. Okay, 15 cc's. To be on the safe side, 15 would be perfect. And then for the thinner one, it took 10 cc's of resin. Okay, so when you're measuring out your resin, just so you'll know how much it took. I did have a little bit of resin left over because you guys saw previously that I ran short, so I had to mix a little bit more. And so I had that much left over. So I decided to make a little trinket with the excess. And so this is going to be a necklace. It already has the hole there in the top. All I need to do is just add the little metal piece and put the cord on. But I made myself a necklace, and I'm probably going to put D on the front. Okay, so that's it. I told you guys that I would come back and do the demolding with you. I've done that. Like I said, it has not been a full 24 hours for these to cure, so I'm going to continue to let them just sit and do their thing. In the meantime, I'll go in, add a little water on the side here, and start to sand these so that they're smooth and don't have that little ridge on it. And I'll go ahead and put my vinyl on the end to personalize this. And in my Facebook group, I will show the finished product with my Candoris on the side. Or I may put something positive, you know, live, laugh, love, something like that, since all of them are going to be a set of 3. So I did not make a pen holder for these 3. I'll just shift them right along because you can see that it'll hold all 6 nicely. Okay. But if you want to get, you know, real particular, like I can be sometimes, and you want to have a pen set or pen holder for each based on the pen types that you've made, then by all means, you can go in and you see that got kind of stuck because it's still a little bit not together. But these are good. These I can't bend or anything. They have sat for 24 hours. These have not, like I said, been 24 hours, so I don't want to play around with those too much, but I'm going to let them finish their curing process, and then I will do the sanding on those. But like I said, in my Facebook group, I will post the finished um, pens so that you can see them front and the back side with the vinyl on the back. All right. All right, guys. And again, these are the 3 alcohol inks that I used. Mineral, Smolder, and Celestial are the colors that I used here, with a little bit of glitter inside the stars and the circles, and then just the silver glitter I placed in there. So yeah, I am in love with making these pens. I can't say it enough. I think you guys know I'm in love with making these pens because I keep saying it. All right, so I again will link the suppliers from Amazon for both products in the description. And yeah, that's it. So guys, go ahead and start practicing now so you'll have this process down for Christmas time. You can even start making them now, you know, so when Christmas come, all you got to start doing is, you know, creating your little box sets for your pens and get those off to, you know, whoever you're going to be gifting them to. All right. But everyone likes personalized gifts, and we all know that. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And as always, you know, my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day. Bye.